Hello everybody, welcome to today's video. So we now have a full year's ownership of this Megane, so we thought we'd give you sort of a full review of it and what it's been like to own for the first year. So the model of the car is the Renault Megane E-TECH Techno Comfort range. It is the 2025 model year, so it's the 60 kilowatt battery. As you can see, it's in white, so we'll just give you a bit of a walk round of the car, give you a bit of a quick tour. So we've now owned this car for a full year, so it's currently covered 7,500 miles, so it's given us a good opportunity to really feel what it's like in different driving situations, country driving, going to work and back. But just give you a bit of a walk round of the car here. The main thing that I do like about this car is that most cars these days are all sort of SUVs. And I suppose this car does have a little bit of that look, but it's not too big, it's not too tall.
Which is nice for washing the roof, but it's not too tall.
Yeah, I mean, if Steve goes and stands next to the car, he's just under 6 foot. But as you can see, it's not a really tall car. And does make it easier for cleaning because you can reach the roof of it, which to me is quite handy because I'm shorter.
So it has full LED pure vision lights. I'm hoping the camera's going to pick it up because the sun's shining on it. But yeah, I think it's quite a nice detail that Renault have put on here, especially with the daytime running lights in this sort of shape. I think it really sets it off from other cars and it's quite nice.
So as standard on this particular model, it does have the 20-inch diamond cut alloys, which I do think do set the car off very well. Obviously they are quite big wheels, but what's quite nice is they're not super wide tyres.
I quite like the detailing of these triangle shapes here. I think it just makes it look different.
Yeah, so it's on 215 45 20-inch wheels, so the 215 is the width of the tyre, so they're not too wide. It just helps try and reduce the road noise a little bit.
And it came with Goodyear, the standard tyre, which I think is quite a good make as well.
Yeah, decent brand of tyres.
Yeah.
So as standard, I believe, throughout the whole Megane range, the door handles automatically fold in, which give it a nice sleek look on the side. But then as you automatically just walk up to the car and the keys in your pocket, the door handles do just come out and the mirrors fold out there. Then you can just open the door and get in the car. The rear tinted windows, they're standard as well, which I think makes the car have quite a nice stance to it.
So we're just going to show you inside the boot to show you the size of it, so I'll go and open it now. It's got a nice little square button here that you press and it opens. Nice light tailgate. Yeah, has a bit of a lift, but quite a deep boot. But yeah, you can get quite a few suitcases in it if you were going on a holiday or if it was with a family with you.
It's quite deep. Okay, it does give it that lift, but it does make it quite a decent sized boot for the size of car, really.
And with Renault, it always comes with this safety pack in case it breaks down.
Warning triangle and a high-vis vest in it.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's quite a nice size and it's, you get quite a bit in it.
Yeah.
And as I say, again, it's a nice light boot, so you can just put it in one hand and it shuts. So we'll show you the back seats now. So as you can see, what's quite nice with Renault, their door handles at the back are quite hidden. So this one has this panel here that you just pull. Again, nice light doors. And they open quite wide, so if you've got car seats, you can be able to get in easier. So yeah, I'll sit in it now and we'll show you the space. Bear in mind, it's set up for our driving position, which I'm 6 foot. So I'll get in now and we'll show you how much space there is. So again, I'm 6 foot, so if I was sat there, I've got plenty of room and your feet can go quite nice and comfortable under these back seats. Bear in mind, I've got boots on and I can get my feet under these seats quite nicely.
And what's your headroom like?
Yeah, again, bear in mind I'm 6 foot, there's a bit of headroom. It's not, if I sit like that, It's a bit of, okay, it's a bit close, but it's not uncomfortable. You know, we've had 2 adults in the back before, I know how comfortable it was.
Yeah, we've done a journey of over 100 miles, haven't we, with 4 adults, you know, quite comfortably sitting in it. And, you know, luggage for all 4 of us as well fitted quite well into the boot, didn't it?
Yeah, and what's quite nice with the Megane, in the middle here, the rear passengers do have their own air vents, so if it's cool or hot, they can use that. And there is again 2 USB ports, USB Type C ports down here for charging devices. And again, it's got a nice flat floor, so you haven't got a raised bump in the middle, which is quite handy.
Yeah, it's flat all the way through there. Quite nice headrest there.
Yeah, and the comfortable seats.
Yeah.
Which, again, Renault are quite renowned for.
And if we move around here to the front, so again, if Steve gets in, just to prove that we haven't moved the seat or anything.
Yeah, you can say again, I'm 6 foot and it's set up for me.
Yeah, got plenty of leg room.
Plenty of leg room. Yeah, again, quite nice bit of headroom at the top here. A nice finish. Again, I believe it's their denim upholstery.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got upholstery on the dash, which just brightens it up quite a lot, because so many modern cars, they're just so dark.
Yeah.
We do like the screen layout as well, don't we?
Yeah, and the reason why we went for the 25 models, because we like the idea of having the bigger screen. The 24 model had a smaller screen, which it was sort of the same size all the way across. And especially for the maps, we found it's better to have the bigger screen.
Yeah, it's very handy having the Google Maps, you know, constantly available there. It just gives you so much information as you're driving about, you know, and you can see the road layout as you're sort of coming up to roundabouts and things, so you just get a better idea of where you're going.
And it just tells you if there's any accidents or traffic delays, and yeah, it's good.
The Google Maps is very good, you know, for sat nav. As long as you know, enunciate the name of the place you want to go to, it just finds it straight away.
And it has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which is wireless. You don't have to plug your phone in for that.
Yeah.
Has a charging mat just in the middle here, so again, you can just place your phone in there. Yeah, and most phones sizes will fit sort of quite nicely into it. Yeah, and then it will just charge, which is quite a nice handy feature.
It's got the armrest as standard. This car, even though, because this is the middle range car, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it has heated steering wheel, heated seats.
Yeah, it's
all as standard.
Yeah, it's got and what's quite nice with Renault, it has a button here which lets you personalise your driver services.
Yeah, and it's called My Perso, isn't it? And this is where you can turn off instantly all of the driver aids,
which is quite nice.
Lane assist, speed camera, speed warnings.
Yeah,
because as we probably all know, in modern cars these days, you know, I'm sure they do have their time and place, but they can drive you mad on long journeys.
And it has the flappy paddles, so again, to change your regen settings, which is quite nice.
Yeah, and it does have, if you've got it on the highest setting, it's not one pedal drive. The car just comes down to a creep, but it does have quite strong regenerative braking on the highest setting. So you really only use the brake pedal just to, you know, come to a complete stop.
Yeah, and a frameless mirror, which is I think is quite nice.
Yeah,
so it's all frameless. So, and I think it dims, doesn't it, when there's
auto dims. It also has a reversing camera, which is very useful. Has guidelines to make sure you're getting into the space quite properly. And then as you're really getting close to a unit, it actually tips down so you can really see what distance you've got left.
Which I think is quite nice, especially when you're pulling up to a bollard or a post or something.
Yeah, it's a really good feature.
Yeah.
The ambient lighting's quite good as well. You can have it on what colour you want to choose, or you can just leave it on auto.
We have it on auto because it's quite nice, isn't it? It changes, is it every hour?
No, it's like morning, afternoon, evening. It changes colour. I do think the back end here has quite a sporty look to it. The charging port is on the passenger side here, just behind the front wheel. Just open it by pressing the flap here. So it's got AC charging as standard up to 22 kilowatts, which we sort of find very handy. Lots of companies that you go to, hotels, businesses, because they're on three-phase electric, a lot of their chargers will do up to 22 kilowatts. So it is quite handy to have that feature. Also, the car has a heat pump as standard, which does make a big difference to your range. We will sort of talk about range and things a little bit later in the video. So I'll just give you a view here from the passenger side, so you can see the inside here. The screen is slightly turned towards the driver, but it does make it very handy for seeing for the driver. As many people talk about, we do have physical buttons here for all of your air conditioning and heater controls, which is always very handy. I don't know really about most people these days, but sort of once you set it to the temperature that you want and leave it on auto, you can just sort of leave these things alone. I do quite like the just the light yellow stripe here in the fabric, and then they do sort of just repeat it here on the door, which is quite a nice feature. Just here is where you do have the LED lighting, which is quite nice at night time. So we'll now sort of talk about our experience of the range. So this is the 60 kilowatt hour battery on this particular model. And I think overall it's been very good. It does vary a lot depending on outside temperature. If you're going to be doing a decent journey and it's going to be a cooler day, we do find that preheating the vehicle does make a big difference. So we generally try to always do that before we set off. And it's always nice to get into a nice warm car as you're wanting to leave for your journey anyway, but it sort of just preheats the battery, and so it does really help with its range. I mean, our experiences in the summer, I have seen it read 302 miles, I think was the biggest. Don't get me wrong, I don't think you'd actually achieve the 302 miles, but it certainly would have done the 280 that they claim is its maximum range. We have seen it as low as just over 200 when it's been, -4 outside. So you do just have to take that into account. But at the end of the day, if it's -4 outside, how many hundreds of miles journey are you realistically going to be doing? You're in the depths of winter at that point. So, having a home charger really is key to it all, because you can just go home and charge it every day so the battery's full, ready for the journey that you want to do.
And we also find, normally just with Renaults in general, but you can gain some miles back quite nicely on, especially on the Megane.
Yeah,
When with your one pedal driving and being eco, you can actually gain some miles back, so you don't feel like you're losing a lot.
no, as you sort of go down a steepish hill, it takes probably 10 seconds, but it will sort of like put 2 or 3 miles back onto your range. And then, it does actually hold those 2 or 3 miles.
Yeah,
They don't just instantly disappear as soon as you press the accelerator.
yeah. And with there, so in general, I think we've been quite happy with this, haven't we? Our
Yeah,
experience with the Megane, it's we've had a few long trips with it, and it's been comfortable. It's done what we want it to do.
yeah. I mean, it'll cruise along the motorway quite happily. I mean, we sort of tend to keep it sort of 65 miles an hour.
Yeah,
You can easily do your 70, if you got perfectly on the flat or it's a slightly downhill. You really just have to learn to read the road, and to maximize the range on a longer journey is don't, really push it to do 70 mile an hour if it's an incline.
yeah.
And at the end of the day, if you're having a day out, I don't always understand what the huge rush is. You're out to enjoy your day, you just take your time. And at the moment it's reading 4.3 miles per kilowatt,
Which is
which I think
quite good. Yeah,
quite decent.
yeah.
This being the 2025 model year, it's got the 220 horsepower motor, which is absolutely ample in this size of
It's
car.
punchy, isn't it? When you want it, if you need to overtake or
It
get out
is.
quickly, it certainly does it quite nicely.
Yeah, it's certainly got some power to
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
got quite a sporty, nimble feel to the way it drives.
yeah,
So, okay, it's not like super comfort, but it's not bad at all. But it does feel quite agile, when you're going around roundabouts, so you do want to overtake.
yeah,
Do just like the instant punch, if you're on the dual carriageway and you want to overtake somebody, the power's just instantly there,
yeah.
which is, I really do like it.
And I find the general ride of it, since it is a bit of a sportier car, it's not actually too like bouncy is it, or bumpy when you go over
No.
potholes and stuff in the UK roads. It's not. It rides quite nicely, doesn't it? And I don't know if that's the big wheels that helps absorb some of that, but yeah, it's generally a comfortable car to be in a long distance, isn't it?
Yeah, because as you probably saw in our previous video, we did do a review of the Renault 4.
Yeah,
And so, we probably, because we're so used to driving this, the Megane, the Renault 4 did feel a bit of a firmer
it
ride.
did. Yes, yeah, it did.
And that's probably just because it is a slightly smaller car and not such a bigger battery, so it hasn't got the weight to try and smooth out the bumps.
Yeah,
But
I do find this absorbs the bumps quite nicely.
yeah, and
Yeah,
it feels fairly spacious on the inside, even though it's not a very big car really on the outside.
no,
They really have given thoughts about maximizing the passenger space
yeah, yeah,
on it. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people again complain about the amount of controls that we have all on one side here. So you've got your gear selector at the top, then your wipers, and then this is just for your audio really.
and it has the multi-sense button as well that Renault are sort of pushing on to the new models now,
Yeah, and then you've got all of the controls here on the steering wheel. They're not haptic. You do actually physically have to press them, and they do have a bit of a click to them.
which is nice.
Yeah, which is a good feel to
And
them.
again, like the heater controls down here, again, same as the Renault 4, really. It's the actual proper toggle switches, which is nice. So you actually have a physical button, which again is just a nice feature that they've kept that.
Yeah, and the plus side to the heat pump, even on cold days, sort of within 20 seconds, 30 seconds, you are actually getting some decent amount of heat come out of it.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it does work quite well, that does.
And we find with the heat settings on here, you can put an eco mode, can't you? But it's plenty. It works enough, doesn't it? We've never
It
really
does.
need to have any desire to take it out of that, so that helps a bit more with the range as well,
Yeah.
which is nice. Yes, I think generally we've been impressed with it, haven't we?
Yeah, really, really pleased with it, really. So yeah, got no. I mean, I suppose as always, you always just think, oh, it'd just be nice to have that little bit more range. So, if they could do a slightly bigger battery size, but I know all of these things are a compromise, because it adds weight, would increase the price. I mean, we
Yeah,
did seem to get a really good deal on this car
we
when we
did.
bought
Yes,
it.
yeah, we were really lucky.
We weren't, necessarily intending to go out and buy a brand new car at the time, but when we were looking at the used ones, it was actually a cheaper monthly payment to have a brand new one,
Yeah,
which, so we thought, well, why not? We might as well go for that. And that's what we did.
and I do believe now they are doing an updated version of this with I think a bigger battery.
They seem to be talking about
Yeah,
it. We've seen a few little clips today of the 2026 model. We'll probably, put one on this video just so you can see what
yeah.
it looks like, the differences a little
I
bit.
believe they're trying to make it look a bit more sporty, like a sportier look to it on the outside.
Yeah.
Again, it's suggestive whether if you like it or not. Suggestive.
Yeah, I mean, I got to admit, I quite like the looks how this
Yeah,
one is. It's
yeah,
very sleek and smooth
yeah.
and all things like that. But yeah, I mean, the whole range thing really isn't that big a issue for us, is it? We
No, no,
cope
we
with it well.
yeah, we're quite happy to go stop on a services, go and get something to eat, and do your business, and it's 15 minutes. You've got enough charge to get to your destination. We've never had no problems with charging, have we?
No,
Yeah, okay, some of the charges haven't been brilliant, but for us it works.
yeah, and I think most sensible human beings, if you've been driving for at least 100 miles or 150 miles, it's time to stop and have a break.
Yeah,
You know, nature calls,
yeah,
you need a drink, you need something to eat,
yeah,
and so if you just head straight for a charger and plug it in and then go and do all of those things, you then generally put in enough range for you to complete the rest of your journey with no problems.
Yeah, yeah,
It does just take that little bit of planning to think about where you're going to stop. But the Google Maps on here are really good because they show you all of the charge points that's coming up on your route.
yeah, yeah. And there's that maps, and so you can plan before you go. We've used that in the past before having this. It always seems to work quite well, doesn't it? So
Yeah, I
especially
mean, public charging, how much have we actually done since we've owned this
not
car?
a lot of way,
We've done
not a lot.
7,500 miles in it, and we've probably public charged 7 times.
Sometimes, yeah, yeah,
Because with the range it's got, it's quite adequate for what you can do.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know, it really does work well, and I love it. I think
Yes,
it's a great car.
yes. So yeah, thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed this bit of an update and well, not update review on the Renault Megane. We hope you like it. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.
See you guys.
See ya.